This video presents a bold and imaginative, what-if, concept scene for Fast and Furious 11, reimagined through the lens of AI creativity and inspired by the global conversation around unexpected casting choices. At the center of this experiment is Cristiano Ronaldo, portrayed not as himself, but as a high-impact, cinematic character who naturally fits into the high-octane world of Fast and Furious. This is not official footage, not a leak, and not connected to Universal Pictures or the Fast and Furious production team in any way. It is purely a fan-made AI video experiment created to explore how such a crossover could look and feel if it ever happened. Fast and Furious has always been about pushing limits, faster cars, bigger stunts, and surprising characters. Over the years, the franchise evolved from street racing to globe-spanning action with elite fighters, hackers, and larger-than-life personalities. Cristiano Ronaldo's global star power, discipline, physical presence, and competitive aura make him a fascinating, what-if, addition to that universe. This concept explores that idea creatively, imagining how his presence could elevate the tension, scale, and spectacle of Fast and Furious 11. The scene begins with a cinematic setup. Night falls over a sprawling city skyline, engines echo through empty streets, and danger feels imminent. Dominic Toretto's world is once again on the brink, with new enemies emerging and old rules no longer applying. The arrival of Ronaldo's character is treated as a moment, not rushed, not exaggerated, but powerful. He's introduced as a figure with mystery, precision, and authority. Someone who doesn't speak much, but whose actions instantly command respect. Rather than portraying him as a footballer, this concept casts him as an elite operator, a former international specialist with a shadowy past. His driving style is calculated, aggressive, and flawless. Every gear shift feels intentional. Every chase scene is designed to highlight control rather than chaos, contrasting beautifully with the raw, emotional driving style of Dom Toretto. This creative contrast is one of the core ideas explored in the video. What happens when two unstoppable forces operate with completely different philosophies? Scene by scene, the concept builds tension. A high-speed pursuit through narrow streets transitions into a brutal hand-to-hand confrontation. The AI experiment emphasizes realism in movement, body language, and facial expressions, aiming to create a believable cinematic experience rather than a gimmick. Explosions, drifting cars, and dramatic lighting are used sparingly, allowing character presence to drive the scene forward. What makes this concept particularly exciting is how it respects the Fast and Furious legacy. Family, loyalty, and redemption remain central themes. Ronaldo's character is not introduced as a simple hero or villain. Instead, he exists in the gray area, someone whose goals align with Dom's, but whose methods raise questions. This opens the door for intense dialogue scenes, uneasy alliances, and emotional conflict, all of which have defined the franchise at its best. This AI video experiment was created as a response to fan discussions, rumors, and social media excitement around celebrity crossovers in blockbuster films. In recent years, audiences have shown enthusiasm for unexpected casting choices, especially when athletes transition into cinema. This project explores that curiosity visually, offering fans something tangible to react to rather than just speculation. From a technical perspective, the video blends AI-generated visuals, cinematic sound design, and dramatic pacing to simulate a movie trailer-like experience. Every shot is designed to feel purposeful, from close-ups that capture intensity, to wide shots that emphasize speed and scale. While AI still has limitations, this experiment demonstrates how far creative storytelling can go when technology is used thoughtfully. It's important to clearly state that this is not an official Fast and Furious 11 scene. It is a fictional concept created for entertainment, discussion, and creative exploration only. No copyright infringement is intended. All characters and franchise elements are referenced under fair use for commentary, review, and transformative fan content. The purpose is not to mislead, but to imagine possibilities and celebrate cinematic creativity. For Fast and Furious fans, this concept serves as a tribute to what makes the franchise special: adrenaline, brotherhood, and unforgettable moments. For Cristiano Ronaldo fans, it's a fun and respectful reimagining of how his larger-than-life presence could translate into a blockbuster action universe. And for creators and filmmakers, it's an example of how AI can be used as a storytelling tool rather than a replacement for human creativity. As you watch, imagine the broader implications. How would Dom react to someone who matches his intensity but doesn't share his emotional approach? How would the team respond to an outsider who earns respect through skill rather than words? Could this character become an ally, a rival, or something far more dangerous? These questions are intentionally left open, inviting viewers to engage, comment, and share their own theories. This video is designed to spark conversation. Do you think Cristiano Ronaldo could realistically fit into Fast and Furious? Would his presence add something new, or distract from the core cast? Should the franchise continue expanding with unexpected global icons, or focus on closing Dom's story with familiar faces? Your opinions are part of what makes fan culture powerful. If you enjoyed this AI concept scene, support the project by liking, sharing, and subscribing. More experimental, what-if scenes, crossover ideas, and cinematic AI concepts are coming, all created with respect for the original franchises and a passion for storytelling. Turn on notifications so you don't miss future uploads, and join the discussion in the comments below. Remember, this is a creative experiment, not an official announcement. Everything you see here was created as an artistic interpretation inspired by current online discussions, fan curiosity, and the endless possibilities of imagination. The Fast and Furious universe has always thrived on the idea that anything is possible, and this video simply asks, what if?